Hello guys, thank you for stopping by. Okay, don't panic. I know it's 2 weeks before Christmas. You've been wrapping the gifts. You ran out of bags. You had some odd shaped things. You don't have no boxes. Well, I'm going to show you how to make a bag using wrapping paper. Any old wrapping paper. I just have some, whatever wrapping paper you have handing around. We are going to use this little gal. I just grabbed something. I was trying to find something odd shaped, so I just grabbed this little stuffed animal that we're going to use for demonstration here. It is so easy to make a bag. I'm going to show you two different styles. I'm going to show you a basic one that doesn't need much work at all. The way you're going to want to do this is you're going to take whatever you have and put down on the wrapping paper. And then all you're going to do is, I'm going to turn it sideways so I can grab it a little better, is just kind of wrap your paper around it. See where you need it, And then same with, put it like right about the middle. You want a little bit of gap on top because we're going to fold the top down. And then you're going to need a couple inches on the bottom just for your base. Nothing fancy. If you have more than you need, you can cut some off on the top afterwards, So if you cut it too big, don't worry about it. If you have lined paper, paper that's got the markings on the back, that works so much easier. I cut the paper ahead of time because I don't have a big enough table to put my whole big long roll out. So, wrapping paper comes in like 24, 30 inches or something like that. I didn't have a big enough area, so I cut it ahead of time on the floor so we can get it. This piece, now I'll give you the measurements, but you're not going to use these measurements because you're going to have something else. But I'm using one that's 16 by 13 for this cute little stuffed animal here. Easy peasy. This one is not going to take nothing but Scotch tape is all we're going to do. It's going to be so easy. So all we're going to do is fold it over. Now I like to keep my top, so say this will be my top. I like to keep my top even. You can cut it off and even it out, but see how my paper I didn't cut real straight? That's going to be the bottom anyways. We don't care. We're not going to see it. Okay, so all we're going to do is fold this over just till it kind of meets. I'm going to make sure the top is kind of straight. Just like that. That's all. And then we're going to take our Scotch tape. And we are just going to tape it down. This one is just like, takes you no time at all. Nothing fancy. And I got a clear Scotch tape so you can't even see it. We'll do a fancier one. Okay. That's it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go up about, I don't know, a couple inches. Whatever you think you need for a base. I'll measure this for you. You can guess. You don't have to measure. I'm just going to kind of show you. I'm going up about 2 inches. So we just want a base. Now, how you can tell if you went up too far is this crease here is going to be the bottom of your bag. So you've put your little guy there. You can see you still have plenty of room above it. If you need to go up farther, if you think you want more of the fold over, then you can come down a little farther, But I'm just going to do about 2 inches is good on this one. I'm just going to fold it over. I give it a good crease. You don't even need no special tools, but if you want, take your bone folder. Now the easy part, all you're going to do is open it back up and lay that down, and your sides are going to automatically go in. You see that line from when we folded it? We're just going to match that line right to our center line here. Don't worry if it's a little off, guys. No one's going to see, no one's going to care. Same thing, just do that. See, now you have, looks like that. Very easy to do so far, right? So now all we're going to do is bring this down where your center line is. You're just going to have them meet. So I just want to overlap them. You don't even need to overlap them that much. Just overlap them. Then you got that. Very easy. I'll show that again. So let's take it back out. We'll show it again. Okay. So we secured our bag. We went up about 2 inches. I'm going to turn it sideways so you can kind of see better. So this is our bottom. You're just going to pick it back up it'll automatically, if you do this, you can see how your sides kind of go down. So you just take one side, go towards the bag, the other side go down towards your table. And it's automatically going to go. So that crease, which is your side crease here, so your side crease, when you open it, it's going to go straight down to the middle. Bring that one down to the middle. Easy, easy peasy. Oh, I have a lot of bag box ideals and stuff like that, but honestly, guys, this is going to be the last Christmas video. We're 2 weeks before Christmas. I can't make any more. I could, but I can't. I have lots and lots of more ideals, but I have to stop. I think we'll be doing a lot more at Christmas in July too, just because I have so many ideals and we just run out of time. And I'm sure there's people that really don't want to see the Christmas things, but this doesn't have to be a Christmas bag either. So I'm just going to put one piece in the middle here. This can be a bag for any occasion. You know, you have a baby shower to go to. What do you give a lot of times? A stuffed animal maybe, you know. And then I'm just going to run a piece of tape along there, piece of tape along that seam. I'll bring it up to the camera. You kind of see where I'm taping. No big deal. Like, I don't even probably need that much tape because I'm putting something lightweight in this one. So you can see where it's like wrapping a present. I got the there and there, I put tape. I should have used my other tape, but this is what I had down here so you could see it. Okay, then open it up. We're going to just open it up like that. And you're going to have a base. Okay. Okay, and that's how your bag's going to go. Okay, and then you're going to put this little guy in. Okay, and then we are going to fold that over. And I told you, this is not the fancy one. This is a quick, easy, and in fact, I'm not even running a ribbon. All I'm doing is going to put Scotch tape along the back. And there is your bag. It'll stand. I was just throwing it around. See? Now, this bag does not have any sides. This is a quick, easy bag for you guys, okay? But it does the job. You have it wrapped. It has something to open. You have an odd shaped thing. You can put it in and you're good to go. All right, that's the quick, easy one. No sides. Now I'm going to make one. I'm going to take our little sample back out, but now, of course, I taped it. This one's going to have gusseted sides. This one's going to be a little bit more fancy. Okay. Throw this aside. Put him aside. It could be fancier. Yeah, we're going to be fancy. So this one, let me just get my little notes here so I can see what I'm doing. What size? And I'm going to need the scoreboard for this one. So for this one, kind of the same thing. You want to kind of measure. So this one I'm doing is 15.5 by 20. Same thing. I'm going to measure. So basically what I would do is measure first, okay? And again, he's going to only be about 13 inches. What I want to do, because I am going to do a 2-inch gusset on the side. No, actually, that comes out to about, I think, 3 or 4-inch gusset. Is I'm going to be scoring down the side. So I want to add 2 inches onto my side. Okay, so I added 2 more inches on so that I can, because we're going to do a gusset. And then I'm going to go up on from the bottom, we're going to end up going up 4 inches. We'll get to that. Okay, so add on whatever size paper you want. Add on 2 inches, add on 3 inches. It depends on how big you want your gusset. We'll talk about the gusset when we get to it. So you're going to add on that, and you can kind of measure your item. So you can kind of see it's about 2.5 inches wide. So you wanna have the gusset close to that. Okay. We are going to do the same thing. First, we are just going to do it before we score it. Is we are just going to put it in the middle, as close to the center as we can. I'm not measuring. You don't need to measure. It doesn't matter. Guys, Christmas, 2 weeks. We don't have time for measuring anymore. Okay, we're just going to overlap just a little bit, but I'm going to try to get my top. It's going to be a little crooked up there, but that's okay. We're going to cover that anyways. And you can always cut it off too. Let's make sure I don't have too much. I got enough overlap. Okay, now we're going to make this look prettier. Stay. we are going to use double-sided score tape. You're not going to see the tape on this one. This is a little fancier. You might have a little fancier gift here. We're just going to run some down. Told you, we've got a quick, easy one, and we've got a fancy-pantsy one. Is everybody ready? Is everybody ready? I think I'm ready. I'm one of those that does not like to wait till the last minute, okay? Okay, now we're just going to bring this back over, and we have our little score there. So we know, and I'm going to just kind of go to score and let it lay flat on its own, okay? Now you cannot see any tape. Although if you use that clear Scotch tape, you're not going to see it anyways. That's your choice. Okay. Scoreboard. Before we do any more fancy-pantsy stuff, I'm going to score 2 inches on each side. So 2 inches. And I'll tell you what that gives you for a gusset on this one. I think it's a 4-inch gusset. So yes, your scoreboard is not long enough. So we're going to do 2 inches here. And then we're just going to flip it and get the top. Don't worry, because see how I'm crooked? That's going to be our bottom. Doesn't matter. And then score the other half, okay? And then we're going to score this side 2 inches. I believe 2 inches give a 4-inch gusset, you know. Okay, you added, if it was 15 inches, you're going to add 2 inches, 2 inches, so you're going to add 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 inches. Do an extra inch or so if you want, doesn't matter. For my bag, I want the 4-inch gusset, which we'll be able to tell in a minute. I'm pretty sure it comes out to 4 inches. I'll tell you in a minute though, but make sure your bag, like this is all I would need for my stuffed animal. You can see my stuffed animal fits in there perfectly if I would have made that other bag, but I added 2 inches and 2 inches on each side. Now what I want to do is I want to score those I want to fold those score lines now so that when I do the bag, it'll be easier to see. So go ahead and fold them, crease them down nicely. And you can use any kind of wrapping paper. Nothing fancy. I've used foil wrapping paper. I have some wrapping paper that has like an embossing on it. I have some like paper bag. I don't buy a lot of bags, but I run out of bags most of the time. Okay, so there's our score. And now I can see that this is kind of more my uneven side. You can see some white sticking out there. So we're going to fold that end up. So I want 4 inches on this because I know I'm doing a 4-inch gusset. We're going to go up. And before I crease it, we'll just kind of measure. And we'll get as close as possible. Now you want to make sure, so you put him in there and you still have all that room on top to fold over. So we have plenty of room, right? Okay, so now, same thing. We're going to just take it down, fold it over. This one, it does take a little bit more time, but it's a little, it looks more like a regular bag. It's a little fancier. Okay, same thing. We have it folded. We're going to open it up. And it's going to do its little trick. Its tricks. Okay, you might have to push that corner down a little bit. And then just push this down. Line that up. I'm going to turn it just for the fact that I don't want to put my head under the camera so I can get a better look at this corner. Okay, so far it's the same, right? Okay. Now we are just going to bring this down just a little bit past the middle or at the middle, it don't matter. And just so they touch here. Okay, now I'm going to run a little score tape here and a little score tape here first. So I'm just going to pull off a little piece. I don't need it to go all the way. I'm just going to put a little piece there. And again, you can use the Scotch tape. You can use glue. It takes a little bit longer to dry, but you can use the glue. Okay, I just take that off there. This just hides everything. Fold it back over. Make sure my score line is still there. Okay, now on this one, we'll do the same thing. We'll put a little bit here, and then we're going to put some across here. Yes, this makes it a little fancier. It's hidden. Next year, I think I'll do a series of containers, gift containers. And then, let's see about this far. Different ways to wrap things. I just have too many ideas in my head and I don't know when to stop. You guys are probably saying, enough with the Christmas videos, lady. Okay. There we go. And now, look, those are all taped down. And now, because it's got the gusset and everything, I like to fold down my top. So you know that your bottom is going to be right like there. So I want to put my bunny in there. And what I like to do on the fancier ones is first I'm going to fold over a 1/4 inch or so. Just do a little, we probably have more room, but we're going to do a 1/4 inch. And then we're going to just fold it over one more time. Okay, so let's open our bag up. So, I'm going to open it up now. Pull that down. Now this, you got 3 lines where you creased the middle line and the 2 center lines here. So you're going to take, these outer lines are going to fold, you're going to fold a mountain. These 2 on the 2 sides, you want to make a mountain fold. And then this other one's going to go, basically just stay straight. Okay, like that. You can fold it in a little bit if it's not cooperating. Okay, let's do this side now. I'm gonna get that line to go out because we had them when we scored them, they went the opposite way. So we want them to kind of go how a bag looks, right? So now look what you have. So now you have a regular like bag. But now, if you score 2 inches, you get a 4-inch gusset. If you score 1.5, you're going to get a 3-inch gusset. And then I folded up 4 on the bottom, but that only gave me 3.5 inches. A 3.5-inch gusset, which is weird, isn't it? Because this is like, it shows almost a 4-inch, not quite. It's about 3 7/8. But my bottom is, I guess it's about 3 3/4. So, but it looks the same to me, doesn't it? I don't know. It's weird. I don't do like, you know, I just do what the bag does. Okay, so now, because this is a fancier bag, I also want to put down a base in the bottom. So I'm going to make a 3.5 by 5 3/4. I'm going to cut. And I'm just going to do some black cardstock. I've got 110-pound Michael's cardstock. 3.5 by 5 3/4. Doesn't have to be perfect. You know, if it's too big, too small, don't matter. I'm just going to tuck that into the bottom. That gives it a little bit more stability down on the bottom. So if you have something a little heavier. Now, I'm going to put my bunny in. And then I can redo my fold if I want, which I can. I'm going to actually go down a little farther. So use that. So what I'm basically going to do is, and like I said, the measurements are going to be different. But I've got about 1 1/4, and then I'm going to fold again. Because we are going to go ahead and punch. And look. Or if you don't want to fold down that much, but I like a nicer fold. And this is going to make a sturdier top. But if you don't want it, you can just cut off a bunch. But I also like to hide my uneven cut there. So you can do it many different ways. You can even off your cut. You can just fold it like I did. So I folded it down and folded it over again. Okay. So now, here you can measure. So I'm going to go 1 inch on each side, approximately. So let's start on this. I'm just going to go about 1 inch on each side, right about in the middle. Let's see, where are we? I'm going to get the middle first. And then I'm just going to go about 1 inch. I'm not going to worry about getting perfect. And then we're just going to go and punch a hole in. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go try to center it. Okay, beautiful. And then in my stash, I found this lovely, can you see it? Ribbon that has gold snowflakes on that kind of matches that. Okay, perfect, perfect. So now I am going to use, I don't know how much we need, I'm just going to cut some off. You know, we don't care. And I have my little ribbon threader, bead threader, whatever. I'll list that below, you know. And we are just going to start there, pull it, most of it to the back. Pull a bunch to the back. And I can adjust. And then we're going to go this way as I just hit the camera. Okay, let's pull that. Let's even that out a little better. And I'll try to straighten that out. I don't do bows, so, you know. Don't cry. Don't yell at me for my bow. I don't do bows. That's like the one thing I don't do very good. Make sure I'm in the camera because I just lost my screen. As usual, that program. Okay. The best you're going to get out of me. And now you have a really fancy bag. It's got the gusseted sides. It looks just like a store-bought bag. Okay, kind of. Maybe not perfect. Let's bring that other one in we made. And so now this one's more of a flat bag with no sides. With no gusseted sides. But this one's like really quick and easy. It still does a trick. I don't have my little stuffy in it. And you can put a base in there if you want. But I don't have a little stuffy in there. It'll stand up though. Or you have this one. So I hope that this will help you guys out a little bit. If you need something and you don't want to run to the store, well, you might not find a bag in the store right now. You know, because there's only a couple. You probably find some, you know, but this way, just get your wrapping paper out and make yourself a bag. All right, guys, this will probably be the last Christmas one. I'll still have videos. I'm not saying goodbye, but this is going to be the last Christmas video. Don't cry. I'm sorry. All right, guys, as always, please give me a subscribe and like and give me a comment. Let me know if you're done with your shopping or not. Bye, guys.